Frank Demore here again, keeping on the watch from the last Chronicles of Planet Earth. This is my blessing to be a watchman on the wall for you, showing you things that are going on in the last days. But this ministry does more than just watch. Now we're active in many nations around the world, helping the poor, feeding people, clothing them, giving them the things that they need to survive in a really harsh world. And one of the blessings that I've had recently, I want to share with you. I got a note today. Let me go to my email. This is from Pastor Daniel in Uganda, and I wanted to share this with you. He sent this email to Jill Soto, who was one of my partners in the ministry. And she'll get the emails and transfer them to me that deals with my ministry, and I wanted to share it. So it says this: Dear Mommy, and this is a term of endearment that they use in Africa. It says, I got the money and I bought some mosquito nets and food and paid for the hospital bills. However, continue praying for us because we still have a problem of beds because our kids sleep on the floor, which is dangerous and has contributed to their sickness, said the doctor. We need like 10 to 15 beds, and each bed costs $60 to $75 and accommodate 3 kids. I've attached both kids' photos in the hospital with nets. And so what we've done, what the Demore Ministry has done, the Last Chronicles Planet Earth Ministry, is we did send funds over there. We've been blessed by the Lord. And what I like about it is I never ask anybody for anything. The Lord said, never ask. We can tell you what our need is, and that's it. It has to be from God, and that's how this ministry keeps going. But guess what? We got them the nets. And obviously they still need more nets, and they need other things, but we're going to do what the Lord provides for us at the time that He provides for us. But I wanted to show you what was going on in Uganda and the blessing and the precious work that I'm able to do with my partners in Uganda, as well as the other places around the world that we're supporting. And here's Pastor Daniel, and he's handing out these mosquito nets to this young girl here, and it's truly a blessing to see the kids smiling as they get their brand new nets. And we know now that at least these kids will be sleeping tonight, not worrying about being bit by mosquitoes that are giving malaria. Now, this is one of our children that we're supporting that has malaria. And please, I ask you to pray for him. We have, I believe now that there's 3 children in the hospital that need prayer and that are sick because they didn't have these nets. Here's some other pictures of the smiling faces that blesses my heart. And again, in another medical picture of the kids getting what they need. And this is one of our children in bed with the mosquito net around them. And of course, as you could see from the report that we got from Daniel, they were able to pay for the hospital bills. And this is truly a blessing that, as I said before, I would have never imagined that when the Lord told me to write this book about the last days, I would end up doing things that I'm doing, feeding people and like providing nets for them. And so we're doing the spiritual work. We're sending the Bibles, my books, and we're helping people. And I just wish that the church would get on fire and want that desire to reach out and do what we were called to do. Spread the good news of the gospel. And that means doing work for the Lord. Not because you have to, but because you love the Lord. And here's some other pictures of all the some of the things that were purchased. The mosquito nets, as you see here, is outlined by the title of this shot. And of course, the happy faces, again, in Uganda that have been distributed by Pastor Titus, or I'm sorry, Pastor Daniel. It is a blessing. Now, when you go to my site, I'll have a close-up picture of these, this right here with Daniel. You'll see it a lot better. But I just wanted to share what the Lord was doing, and I thank Jesus that I don't have to plead for money. I don't have to ask like the rest of these churches and the pastors, it seems like they're compelled to do. It's like, don't you have faith? Don't you know that God is the master? He is the one who pours out when you ask. The Lord isn't poor. If you ask, He will come to your aid. And when you lead a ministry, a faith ministry, and you have to allow the Lord to do the work, you see how the Lord puts favor on you and how He blesses you that we can help people like this. So thanks for allowing me to share you what's going on with the Last Chronicles missions. And please pray for us because there are needs. And of course, the Lord will take care of that through people. Thank you.